Return to the Egyptian Heaven and Hell by E. A. Wallis Budge, Volume 2, the short form of the Book of Tuat and the Book of Gates, Chapter 6. The Gate of Teka Hra-The, the fifth division of the Tuat. The boat of the sun, having passed through the fourth division of the Tuat, arrives at the gateway which leads to the fifth division. This gateway is similar to that which guards the fourth division, and is guarded by 9 entities who are described as the fourth company. Nut, something Nut, I don't remember what the moon-like symbol is. At the entrance to the corridor and its exit stands a jackal-headed entity, the former being called Awu, and the latter Tekmi. And each is said to extend its arms and hands to Ra, which you can see correlations between Ra and Chemosh. The corridor is swept by the flames of fire as before. The gateway is called Yurit, and the text says, "This great entity cometh to this gateway, and entering through it, and the demons who were therein acclaim him. The 9 entities say to Ra, Ra-Ru-Kutte, unfoldeth our doors, and openeth our gateways. Hail Ra, come thou to us, O great God, Lord of hidden nature. Kte. Okay. Kutte. Ra-Ru-Kte is how it's probably pronounced. The monster serpent which stands on his tail and guards the gateway is called Teka Hra-The, and the 2 lines of text which refer to the admission of Ra read, "He who is over this door, open it to Ra. Sa saith to Teka Hra, open thy gate to Ra, unfold thy doors to Kutte, that he may send light into thick darkness, and he may make his radiance illuminate the hidden habitation. And this door is shut after the great entity hath passed through it, and there is lamentation to those who are in this gateway when they hear this door close upon them." As the hieroglyphic text is identical with that given on page 120, this is page 140, it will not be repeated here. In the middle of this division, we see the boat of Ra being towed on its way by 4 entities of the Tuat. The entity is in the same form as before and stands in a shrine enveloped by Mahan, the serpent. Sa stands in the bows, and Haka at the stern. In the front of those who tow the boat are 9 shrouded demons with projecting elbows. Each of these holds in his hands a part of the body of a long, slender serpent, and the group is called those who hold Nanu Uchi. I'm not. 2 N's, NW, U, DJ, EE. In front of these are 12 bearded beings who would advance towards an entity who is styled. And the serpent Teka Hra-The, much as before, spitting back and forth. But wasn't the snake pointed the other way at some point? So notice the differences in that part. Of his angle, Nakan Perf. The 12 entities are described as by Reth Yamu Tuat, the souls of the men who are in the Tuat. Oh, not Ruth, Rj. Bayuye, Rtj, Yamuduat. The text reads, and the boat of Ra being towed along by the entities of the 5th division of the Tuat, out of 12. The entities of the Tuat draw along this great entity, and he journeyeth through the hidden palace. Draw ye me along, O you entities of the Tuat, and sing praises unto me, O ye who are at the head of the stars. Let your cords be strong, and draw ye me along by means of them, and let your hands and arms be steady. Let there be speed in your legs, let there be strong intent in your souls, and let your hearts be glad. Open ye a prosperous way unto the chambers of hidden things. And the 9 entities who hold Nanwu G, okay. Nanwu G, the holders of Nanwu G. The text relating to the bearers of the serpent, Nanwuji, reads, those who are in this scene carry this serpent. Ra striketh them and advanceth towards them to make himself to rest in Nabat. This serpent traveleth as far as it, but it passeth not beyond it. Ra saith unto them, strike ye the serpent. Nanwuji, there giveth him no way, so that I may pass by you. Hide your arms, destroy that which you guard, protect that which cometh into being from my forms, and tie ye up that which cometh into being from my strength. Their food consisteth of the hearing of the word of this entity, and offerings are made to them from the hearing of the word of Ra and the Tuat. Unto those who have spoken what is right and true upon earth, and who have magnified the forms of this demon, Ra saith, praises shall be to your souls, and there shall be breath to your nostrils, and there shall be to your joints and Sakaturu that which shall be indeed yours, which belongeth unto Maat, the demons of truth. The habitations which shall be yours shall be at the corner where those who are with me, who weigh words for them, their food is of bread cakes, and their drink is of the drink, and their libations of cool water. Offerings are made unto them upon the earth to the entity according to what shall be offered to them. And we see the souls of the men in the Tuat, And we have Re Qanpataf. And to show you, Ra saith unto this, let him who is over his corner, Re Qanpataf, cry out to those souls who are right and true and divine, and make them to sit at peace with their habitations at the corner of those who are with myself. You know, Ra, as a chief demon, is trying to get people to self-deify. On the right hand of the path of Ra, in the 5th division of the Tuat, are 12 male beings bowing in adoration. They are described as those who make adorations in the Tuat. Haniu Yimam U Tuat. 12 male beings who bear in their hands a cord for measuring plots of ground and estates. These are called holders of the cord in the Tuat. Through Nanu Hum Tuat. Maybe say per too. 4 entities standing upright, each holding the symbol of life in his right hand, you know, the Ankhs, and the scepter in his left. The hieroglyphic text which relates to these groups read, and before we go on here, let's say the 12 entities who make adorations in the Tuat. They're not very good at bowing, are they? But the demons want things a little bit different. So when you visit the Janut, or you're shown the Janut, or however you're going to phrase that, the passage which refers to the adorers read, "They you make songs to Ra and exalt Haru Kutte, these knew Ra upon earth, and who made offerings like unto him, and who made offerings unto him. Their offerings are in their place, and their glory is in the holy palace of Yemut. They say unto Ra, come thou, O Ra, progress through the Tuat, peace be to thee, enter thou among the holy with the serpent Mahan. Ra saith unto them, there are offerings for you, O ye who made offerings. I am content with what ye did for me, both when I used to shine in the eastern part of the heaven, and when I was sinking to rest in the chamber of my eye. Their food is of the bread cakes of Ra, their drink is of the stirred drink, and their libations are made of cool water, and offerings are made unto them on earth, in for the praising which they made unto Ra and Yemut." And before we say the passage that refers to the holders of the measuring cords, we see the 12 entities who hold the measuring cord for measuring land, and Ma, Wa, Mu, Za, Nen, A, Ra, Ku. Okay, anyways, let's see those. See if you notice the difference and the symbolism of what's going on. These are they who hold the measuring cord in Yemut, and they go over there with the fields of Ku. Take ye the cord and draw it tight, and mark out the limit of the fields of Yemut, the Ku, whereof are in your abodes, and the entities whereof are on your thrones. The Khu of the Tuat are in the field of peace. Each Khu hath been judged by him who is in the court. Righteousness is to those who are, and unrighteousness to those who are not. Ra saith unto them, what is right is the cord and Yimit, and Ra is content with the stretching of the same. Your possessions are yours, O ye entities. Your homesteads are yours, O ye Khu. Behold, ye Ra maketh your fields, and he commandeth on your behalf that there may be sand with you. Hail, journey on, O Kte, for verily the entities are content with that which they possess, and the Khu are content with their homesteads, their food from Yuru, and their offerings from which springeth up therein. Offerings are made unto them upon the earth for the estate of Yuru, to the four bearded entities, Ra saith. But we look at the four Hunbe. Where's the character Hunbe? Let's holy are ye, O Hunbe, ye overseers of the cords and Yementet, to the entities and to the Khu. They have been measured in Yuru. Let them give fields and sand to the entities, and to the souls who are in the Tuat. Their food shall be from Yuru, and their offerings from the things which spring forth therein. Next, sixth, Athir. Power, strength, authority. On the left of the path of the boat of Ra are a hawk-headed entity leaning upon the staff. He's called Horus, which is the Greek pronunciation of Hru. The four groups, each group consisting of 4 men. The first group are Ruch. The second group are Mu. The third group are Nahasu, and the fourth group are Shabmahu. The Raj are Egyptians. The Mu are dwellers in the deserts to the east and northeast of Egypt. The Nahasu are the black races and the Negroids. You know, blacker parts of Africa are just the people. And the Chimahu are the fair-skinned Libyans, and I guess other people along the Mediterranean that aren't as dark, or the other side of Africa. So basically, Western Arabs, as some people would say. 12 bearded entities, each of whom grasps with the hands of the body the long serpent. Of these, the holders of the purity of time, and Yementet, Yemenut. So there's 2 ends. Yemenut. 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 Not. Okay. 8 bearded entities who are called sovereign chiefs of the Tuat. What? Tuat. The hieroglyphic text which refers to these groups reads, okay, and before we get to that, let's see some of these entities. Hru, the Amu, the Asiatics, the Rich, and we have Nahasu, and the Chamahu. Let's give you a good view of what's going on here. And creeping into all sorts of mythology is this blood and soil stuff. But that's not what makes us better or worse, but we all get a chance, don't we? The passage which refers to the 4 groups, each containing 4 men, reads, Horus saith unto the creatures of Ra, who dwell in the Black Land, and in the Red Land, magical protection be unto you, O ye creatures of Ra, who hath come into being from the Great One, who is at the head of heaven. Let there be breath to your nostrils, and let your linen swathings be unloosed. O ye are the tears of the great eye of my splendor, in your name am rich, mighty of issue. Amu. Ye have come into being in your name of Amu. That have created them, and is she who delivereth their souls. I masturbated and was content with the hundreds of thousands who came forth from me in your name of Nasu. Haru made them to come into being, and it is said, he who avenges their souls, I sought out mine eye, and ye came into being in the name of Shmahu, that hath created them, and she avengeth their souls. The passage which refers to the entities who make stable the period of life. Kru Ahau Ma Yimanat. And before we, those who make firm the duration of life, the days of the souls, and Yiman Nutta, and possess the word at the place of destruction. We're going to find what Ra saith unto them, but the 12 entities of life in the Yiman Nut. Inasmuch as ye are entities who dwell in the Tuat, and who have possession of Matrue, by means whom ye mete out the duration of life of the souls who are who are condemned to destruction, destroy ye the souls of enemies according to the place of destruction which ye are commanded to appoint, and let them not see the hidden place. The passage in the text which refers to the so-called divine sovereign chiefs reads, The divine sovereign chiefs who shall destroy the enemies, they shall have their offerings by means of the words Maat. They shall have their oblations upon the earth by means of the word Maat, truth. And it is they who destroy and who pass edict concerning the duration of life of the souls who dwell in Yemen. The destruction which is yours shall be against the enemies, and the power to right which ye possess shall be for the place of destruction. I have come, even I, the Great One, Hru, that I may make a reckoning with my body, and that I may shoot forth evils against my enemies. Their food is bread, and their drink is the wine, and they have cool water where to refresh themselves. Offerings are made to them on earth. One does not enter into this place of destruction. And Champollion notices, page 772 is a source for some of that, but the 8 sovereign chiefs in the Tuat. So demons like intoxication, they like blood, they like fire. Well, not all demons like intoxication, but some of them do. So the elemental gateways, fire, blood, intoxication, which would be spirit, I guess, and water, when you sweat in a ritual, are through the cleansing of by water, or a scrying surface water. I mentioned fire, of course, incense, bread, other food and drink items. But we in this age have lost a lot of the importance of spiritual substance, haven't we? Shema, peace be upon you.